It was always going to happen, I reckon. We were always going to have a game like this today. To get everyone in a tiz, everyone really frustrated and so on. City have just lost 3-1 to Liverpool in the Community Shield. And it was not a fun day of football. I honestly don't think it's anywhere near as bad as people are making it out to be. And I'll go through why personally, but it was a frustrating day. There were some moments of positivity and some moments of incredulity. Incredulity? Is that even a word? Incredulous. You know what I'm getting at. There's some moments where it wasn't frustrating. I don't think there was loads and loads and loads of negatives. I don't really agree with that, unfortunately. I think the negatives can be explained away by the fact that whether we like it or not, it is July and it is still pre-season, unfortunately. I would say, if you don't mind me doing me a massive favour, please do download OneFootball. Please click that link in the description. Please download by scanning that QR code there. It will be massively appreciated. It does help support the channel. And maybe you'll get some breaking news about a new left-back coming in this week or something like that, on all the stats that you need ahead of the new season. Every team, every player, every goal. Get that right now by clicking that link or scanning that QR code. Over 10 million people have done it. And it put a smile on my face after City have just lost 3-1. Do it right now. You won't regret it. It's a brilliant app. It's where you get all your notifications from. So, how do you think this was a friendly? Well, the thing is, it literally is classified statistically and everything as a friendly. It's one of those games at this stage of the season where you can have more subs if you want to and so on. Look, it's changed recently, but it also is and it isn't. Like, it's really weird. Look, how do I feel about that? I feel frustrated. I'll try and sum up the game as how I saw it as an individual. The way I saw it was Liverpool started for the best 25 minutes, half an hour, they were the better team. Then I think City were the better team until probably the last 10-15. I think largely City probably did okay in the end. I just saw a stat as well that showed that we actually outperformed Liverpool in terms of expected goals as well. 3.01 to their 2.25. We should have scored more, man. We should have scored more. And Haaland had that debut that we all probably thought he was going to do, man. When he missed a sitter or two, which is just how football can be. The main top line for me is that this City side aren't ready yet. Now, if any of you guys watched the documentary, the new documentary on City Plus, the Together one, there's a bit where the conditioning coach says during that as try as they like, they expect and they know the players at this stage of the season will be not ready for the game. They'll still be rusty. It'll take about 7 to 8 weeks for them to get up to scratch, which makes people go, well, why don't we play more pre-season friendlies? Apparently the reasoning is, and I read it once somewhere, is that Guardiola would just rather the players rest a little bit more. He thinks it's more important towards the end of the season that they get a little bit of rest and so on. And he absolutely prefers time on the pitch in terms of training than loads of games, which isn't always great for us. And as fans, we want to see City perfect straight away. But ultimately, that's the decision that they make. I would love it if City won this today, but we're not fully sharp yet. Having said that, I don't think it was a disaster. People are acting like it was a disaster, like we got battered and so on. I know it was 3-1, but we missed an awful lot of chances, man. We missed an awful lot of chances. Let's go through the goals. The first one, a deflection. Yeah. Fair play. They deserved that goal at the time as well. They did. I'm not going to sit here and be salty. The second one, the penalty is so frustrating because even though the rules are kind of right, I fucking hate the rules. Because I can't, honestly, hand on heart, can't say that I think Diaz did anything wrong. Like, I don't think he did anything wrong. I just think it just hit him. Like, it just hit him, sadly. It's one of those things where he went up for a cross, you know, and... who's Scott McInerney, yes, now? Who's he, you know? I've never heard of that guy. I don't know who Scott McInerney is, so you're trying to be a smart ass. Well, he's absolutely failing. So it's one of those things where, like, he went up for it, didn't, you know, no spamming, by the way. The penalty, modern rules say it's a penalty, but unfortunately, they scored. The last goal was, it was going wide as well, which is frustrating. The last goal was just City were tied at that point and they got the goal. The thing is, the chances that we missed in between. Let's look at the negatives. The negatives is that we were rusty. We took a little bit of time to get going. Someone said it hit his hand. It's a penalty, to be fair. No, I don't fucking ever think hand should equal a penalty. I get the rules say it, but like, he just jumped. When you jump, you don't jump like that when you're running chasing the ball, do you, man? Like, it's a totally natural position, and I understand the rules, but I just hate the rules, you know, like, I think they're stupid. Like, it's not intentional, clearly not intentional, but we'll see. But in terms of the negatives, like, we were rusty. KDB was off it, but KDB's like that sometimes. He's brilliant until he's shit. Sorry, he's shit until he's brilliant. Pre-season game, a little bit rusty still for him. And then, of course, as well, like I think Grealish and Morris played particularly well. They weren't really on it. I think our ball passing out from the back in the first half was a little bit off it. It wasn't perfect. Unfortunately, as well, sadly, Haaland, as this super chat pointed out from Amar, was useless today. The thing is, I will say about Haaland is like he's not going to miss chances like that forever, man. Like he had that day that every striker has every now and then. He had on his first, probably a little bit of nerves out there, but he will improve and he will score. I mean, he got in the positions. He scored a goal that was when the ball went out of play, annoyingly, so he finished that one. That's what I do like about Haaland, by the way. He will keep going. He did really well to create a chance against Robertson. Then he missed, obviously, that one where he tried to volley it, but couldn't quite get over it. The one at the end is just everyone misses those ones, unfortunately. It's just what it is sometimes. You know, like... It's one of those things where I am frustrated, but I'm not surprised. I do remember last season. I do remember us playing poor against Leicester, not being ready. We're always pretty slow at the start of the season. It's just how we play. So, I mean, in terms of the positives, I still think we created loads of chances. I don't think Liverpool were brilliant. I'm not just saying, once again, I'm not trying to be bitter here. I don't think Liverpool were incredible. I think we were just pretty poor and they had a bit of energy, more energy than us. And I think the City have got a massive level to go up. I really do believe we've got a really huge leap to take in terms of quality. I think once we kind of get our system fully back, I think there's plenty of positives. I think there will be. We created loads of chances. That shouldn't have been a 3-1 loss. And the stats show that as well. Think about all the chances that we missed. You know, Mahrez, Haaland's chances. Foden coming on was great to see. Foden's a positive. His energy was great. An Alvarez debut goal was lovely to see. I'm really buzzing for him. He was lively. He was alert. He looked on it. It was fine. You know, I really love seeing that Alvarez come on. It's just one of those things. Sometimes every now and then you have to accept that this stage of the season, it isn't perfect. I don't think we learned loads, and I don't think we failed the loads either. It's pretty much as you were, really, personally. Look, I know it's annoying. I know because people presume, people react to these things emotionally and so on. But we forget that time and time again, these things happen early season and then we still do bounce back it. We also need to remember that, look, simply Manchester City's football it's just hard to get going at its very best. Like the way that Manchester City play, we are such a finely tuned machine that those gears need to be greased. They really do. Like the cogs in the machine, they are still cranky and a little bit, they're a little bit rusty and so on. Unfortunately, it takes time on the training field. It takes games like today. Look, I think Guardiola, I've not seen any quotes from him yet, but I'd be very surprised if Guardiola isn't saying that today the players played well in some bits and we had a lot to learn. Guardiola's the kind of coach that will take something from this game, man. Like he will... You will see this as a way to improve him. And I guarantee you as well, we probably learned more than this, Liverpool playing poorly and us winning 2-0 comfortably. That's the thing for me. Look, Raphael Charles just spamming a comment and don't spam comments. It's annoying for everyone else. And look, you're telling me Walker's finished off the back of one bad game in July. Come on, man. Come on, it's just not even fair. Like, the guy was injured last season. Let him get his fitness up. Like, look, do you remember when everyone wrote off KDB last season as well? I remember having to do videos in October saying, look, give KDB a few months to get his fitness back and whatever. It's the same now. Like, we make these snap judgments as fans and presume that things are over or whatever. When, no, it's not that simple. Give them a little bit of time to get up their form. Give them a little bit of time to become who they are, and then we can judge him. But right now, there are a billion reasons. This is the third game that they played. One was against Club America, for fuck's sake. One was against the half-arsed Bayern Munich. And now we against the second, if not the best team in world football. I do think... I do honestly believe, Liverpool, if it's not us, it's Liverpool. They are the best teams in world football, and they played 5 games. They were obviously a lot bit more ahead of us, so that's fine. It's fine. It's just, I think we need to remember just how early it is. Look, we all get a bit rusty, but this is what we need. We need these moments. We need these games to get that focus back. We do need it, and I think we will do. I know, obviously, bragging rights, and you're in WhatsApp groups, and you're on your group chats on Twitter, and everyone's throwing it in your face, so you get a little bit frustrated, and you presume that's it, and we have to defend ourselves. You got to be calm on this. Trust someone who's been around the block plenty of times, man. You cannot go forward past fullbacks, Raphael. Mate, he was never doing that anyway. Walker's a defensive fullback. The idea that Walker stopped being an attacking fullback about 4 years ago. Walker's a defensive fullback. He doesn't go past fullbacks. He never has done. He did it at Spurs a little bit. At Manchester City, he doesn't dribble. because that isn't his job. It's why we got a number 7 left back. So Bernardo was fine. He wasn't terrible at all. And I don't think we can worry about Haaland missing some things when he's also played. Now he's played 135 minutes of football in a Manchester City shirt all pre-season. So it'll be fine. It'll be all right. Look, I'm very happy for Darwin Nunez, man. I'm sure he scored his goal. He's happy for him. Pyro in a friendly. Do you know what? Let them do what they want to do. They've got a bit between the teeth. I guarantee this Manchester City side are going to fucking work, and they are going to be ran ragged on the training ground this week. Honestly, I'm not just saying this to be positive, but nothing will prepare Man City better for the West Ham game. When is it? Next Sunday. More than a loss today. It will. That's true. You deep down more than if City win against Liverpool, we get momentum, but we probably paper over some rough cracks. Now Guardiola's getting them in that dressing room, and he's absolutely whipping them to pieces. And we all know that, man. We all know it's true. We all know it deep down. So, guys, if you don't mind, do me a favour, by the way. Please do hit the like button and subscribe button. Lots of measured Manchester City takes on this channel. There's plenty of people watching, but only 70 likes. Thank you to Masoom Pervez with the super chat. Yeah, Joe, what? He's right. Mason's right, man. He says Man City were rusty today, and I'm pretty certain they'll be rusty next week and probably the week after too. That's how it is. City admitted that on the documentary themselves. At this stage of the season, we're going to be rusty. But that's how it is. And you know what? Maybe West Ham will be a little bit rusty too. I'm sure our quality will get us through some of these games, but I'm certainly not going to flap because I've been here before, and you guys have been here before too. We know this story by now. We will come back, and we will be fine. Thank you so much, mate. Absolutely spot on. Nice seeing Alvarez, though, man. Nice seeing Alvarez. I do love this picture here. I'm going to bring it up on screen because it is worth looking at. I want to see this sometimes. I mean, look at this picture. That, to me, is a reason to get excited. Look at that there. Alvarez celebrating with Haaland. That's lovely to see. And that's a good sign. We'll see plenty more of that. He was a positive for me. Obviously, they got that quality there. Look at that's the Hansen King Clancy there, clone. It's good to see. He's got liveliness. He's got a little bit of pace, a little bit of skill, and clearly got an eye for a goal. So that is encouraging news. But everyone, keep your heads, man. Keep your heads. Keep your calm. It is football. It's difficult. Mahrez isn't finished. Grealish isn't finished. Walker isn't finished. The only thing that's finished is this 90 minutes of football, but football is a marathon. It's not this is not even a sprint. It's so short, it doesn't even count as a sprint. This is us getting out of bed in the morning, then saying we've done a whole day. It's that. It's a small snippet of the season that we'll all forget several months from now. Let's get back into this team. Let's defend these players who've given us so much joy. I would say we absolutely owe it to some of these players. We owe it to Mahrez after last season. All the goals he scored and his Champions League performances to give him a little bit of time. Why try and find people to hate? And why try and find people to blame and point the finger at? I don't see the point of that, man. They've given us so much joy over the past few years that I absolutely appreciate and love these players, and I absolutely will defend them massively because they deserve it. They deserve it. Let's just see, Jay. Let's just see. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that, mate. Let's just see once all the rhythm's back. Let's just see when we played a few games where we're at, when everyone's adapted to each other, and when Foden's back in the team, when we've got Stones back in the team as well, we'll be fine. It's a very... it is what it is. Exactly as Space K just pointed out with the super chat, it's a very simple bit of perspective. They beat us a year ago, shrug. But look, once again... I liked what I saw in Foden, Haaland, Alvarez. KDB wasn't quite there yet. Bernardo wasn't quite there. Rodri was a little bit off as well. But that is football, and every now and we do it. Look, there's no shame. Absolutely no shame at all in losing to Liverpool. It's fine. It's fine. It's just how it is. That's how we do it, It is funny though, just seeing those. I'm gonna go to the stats now. I'll let me just jump over to the stats. It's mental seeing them. I feel like that guy in that meme. It's the dog in the fire. Where has it gone? Look at this here. This is interesting for you. There we go. Look at that. That says it all. We'll start winning these games when we get a striker. Don't forget. And it happened yet again. 3.01 to their 2.25. Football does these crazy things, doesn't it, man? It absolutely does. It's so frustrating. But that's football. Haaland will score plenty of goals. He's already shown that his movement's fantastic. He's already shown that he'll be there. He'll score loads. Haaland doesn't feel fear. But do you know what? I don't know who needs to hear it once again, but Haaland's missed chances and he'll carry on missing chances like everyone else. But he'll also score a shit ton of goals because that's what Haaland does. Once he scored his first Premier League goal, after that, that's how it comes and he'll be fine. It is annoying, but we have to look at the positives from these kind of things, you know. I can't sit and complain too much. That's it, you know, that's it. That's football, these things. But trust Guardiola, trust these wonderful players, trust this team, and we'll be absolutely fine. I will be doing a 5 things learned tomorrow. And I will be doing loads more videos this week, going through all that kind of stuff. I've got Asan on Monday with me as well. For now, though, I'm probably going to leave it there, guys. But thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the thoughts, your comments, and all that kind of stuff in the comments below. Cheers for watching this, guys. I'll catch you all in a very bit. It'll be fine. Do not overreact. In a bit.